how can you really know what's right for you and do what's best for you if you're constantly prioritizing what everyone thinks? It's just like walking a tightrope. It can feel paralyzing to know what to do next, to know what to say, to know how to show up, to know how to be in the world if you're constantly worried about what other people think about you. This causes so much unhappiness, depression, anxiety, self-doubt, insecurity because you're living your life this way. When we live our lives by letting fear dictate how we're living it, how we're showing up in the world, the inability to actually speak up for ourselves and to show up as who we really are, we're hiding ourselves and we're making ourselves more palpable for other people, for their comfort, for their happiness. What are the problems that this creates in our lives? The first problem about caring what other people think is the more you put what other people want and their comfort and their happiness first, the more you will lose of yourself. When we start compromising the core parts of who we are for other people, because we care so much what they think that we're not valuing ourselves, we're valuing them first. I used to feel so invisible and not know who I was until I saw this pattern in my life and changed it. And I help my clients do this. I help them see the patterns that they're doing in their lives that is invisible to you. You don't even know you're doing these patterns until somebody else points it out. Most people cannot see this for themselves. They've been stuck in it for so long. Now, I 100% don't care what people think, good or bad, and I feel free to be who I am no matter what. My value is untouchable, regardless of what other people think, good or bad. The number 2 problem is letting others dictate your life's direction and how you choose to live your life, right? Because if we are so concerned what other people think about us, then it's going to be very hard for us to make important life decisions without getting validation, without getting approval, or waiting for permission, right? So when you want validation, it's like, hey, I want someone to tell me I'm doing a good job, that I'm doing the right thing. Or we're waiting for permission to do what you really want to do. And you could be waiting forever. So you see how putting what other people think ahead of yourself just creates a life of dissatisfaction, happiness, depression, anxiety, confusion. No one can determine your value unless you let them. I believe it was Eleanor Roosevelt that said, no one can do anything to you unless you let them. So when we're trying to get the validation, approval, and other people's permission, then we're going to be twisting ourselves in a pretzel. And what we're doing is we're letting them determine our worth. Okay. The third problem is we can never feel safe to be ourselves because we care so much about what other people think. And we're twisting ourselves in a pretzel, trying to get approval, validation, safety, security, love, all that good stuff through external sources. We don't know how to give it to ourselves. If we're so preoccupied with what others people think and we're living in fear, we're so afraid of being rejected and abandoned and not get the approval and not being liked, that is literally motivating every step of our lives. And when you think about this, like when you really contemplate it, you realize how much that it may have taken over your life. That it may be in the background and that's what's causing you so much unhappiness. But until now, you haven't really woken up to how much it's been affecting you. Because we have to talk about things and say them out loud, and it helps us truly understand what we're experiencing. We actually need words to describe what's happening, because if we don't have the words, then it's like we're stuck in this place and we don't really know what's going on. Caring what other people think over what you think and what you know is right for yourself. It causes you to lose yourself. It causes you to let other people dictate how you live your life and the choices and decisions that you're making. And it also prevents you from really being yourself because you're so afraid of getting the disapproval and the rejection and the abandonment and people not liking you. And what this is doing is putting other people's comfort and happiness ahead of your own because of fear. And guess what? You're so worried about people judging you and rejecting you and getting their approval. Guess what? They're already judging you. They're already rejecting you. They're just not doing it out loud. People are constantly judging one another. So this can set you free, just realizing that no matter what you do, they're going to freaking judge you anyways. They're going to make snap assumptions about you based on how you look, how you talk, how you dress, how you walk, how you do everything. You know what? So you might as well have fun in the process and live your life the way you want to live it and be who you damn well want to be. Because that shit's going to happen anyways. There's nothing you can do about it. It's out of your hands. It's out of your power completely. Okay? The more you're giving your power away to these people because of wanting to get the approval, safety, security, love, all that stuff, and being liked, you're giving your power away. But when you take it back and say, no, this is all really up to me, you're finally free to be yourself. And you just stop giving a damn what they think, because you have to value what you think and feel above what they think and feel. Is this making sense? So it's a lose-lose situation. They're going to judge you anyways. Whether you bend yourself into pretzel and you please them and you give everything of yourself up, right? You completely sacrifice yourself. They're still not going to be happy. Might as well be yourself, live your life the way you want to live it, so that when you're on your deathbed, you can say, you know what? I lived a full life and I didn't care what people thought. I didn't let that keep me from doing what I knew was right for me and living the life that I wanted to live. Like I was in charge of my own life. So notice that these things are outside of your control. And if you're trying to get the things outside of your control, man, if you're focused on those things, then your life is going to be a struggle. So when you realize, hey, this is up to me, this is my life, I'm going to live it the way I want, I'm going to stop caring so much because people are going to judge me and reject me and disapprove and not like me anyways, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. You're finally free to be yourself, to speak up, to do what you need to do and live your life the way you want. You don't have to feel imprisoned by your fears of caring so much what people think and their disapproval and then not liking you. When we can start to stop caring what people think and put what we think as more important, we put ourselves in the driver's seat of our own lives instead of letting those things we're afraid of dictate how we live our lives. And when we have that power back, we can actually live our lives the way we truly want to live it.